Good morning, distinguished guests, respected dignitaries, esteemed speakers, and dear delegates. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is my privilege and honor to welcome you all to the inaugural function of pre-conference workshop on methods in environmental mutagenesis and carcinogenesis. Author of examinations, Annamalai University, Dr. Devashish Rath, Dr. S. Manoharan, Dr. N. Rajendra Prasad, Dr. D. Manivasana. May I request you all to stand for Tamil Thai Varthal.
தெக்கணமும் மதிச்சிதன்ற திராவிடர்கள் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிழையுதலும் கரிதனும் இனகமுமே அத்திரத வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் வணக்க இரண்டு பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரம்பியந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
N. Rajendra Prasad, convener EMSI-2025, to welcome the gathering.
Very good morning, distinguished dignitaries, invited speakers, and the delegates of EMSI 2025. I welcome you all to the inaugural function of pre-conference workshop on methods in environmental and molecular mutagenesis. So at the outset, I welcome Professor R.S. Kumar, the controller of examination Annamalai University, for his valuable presence here. Professor R.S. Kumar, I know him since 2002 onwards. I have closely associated with him in several activities, and he is an innovative thinker, great leader. So currently he is automating the Annamalai University examination system. So we are very honored to have you here, sir. I welcome you, sir. I welcome the professor and head department of biochemistry and biotechnology and the chairman of EMSI 2025, Professor S. Manoharan. So who is instrumental support and a pillar for organizing this event. He has helped us in all the aspects of organizing this conference, that is EMSI 2025. Welcome you, sir. So I welcome Dr. Devashish Rath, the Secretary of the Environmental Mutagen Society of India. Despite a lot of personal commitments, he has attended this meeting. That shows his commitment towards the science, research, and the EMSI society. I welcome you, Dr. Devashish. I welcome Dr. Avdesh Jha, who has helped us in many ways to framing the scientific program of EMSI 2025. He has brought a lot of UK EMS members to this conference. United Kingdom Environmental Mutagen Society members are significantly contributing for this EMSI 2025. For that, Avdesh Jha helped in all the possible ways. So I welcome you, sir. So you are also going to give the guest remarks here. So I welcome Dr. Inaugural from University of California. From such a long distance, she has traveled to Annamalai University. So I cordially welcome you, madam. So I welcome Dr. Ruth Moss. So she is from UK. So she is also UK EMS member. So she has also traveled such a long distance from Bristol, right? University of Western England. She came over here to Annamalai University. This is an honor for us. Thank you very much for your presence here. I welcome Dr. Prakash Kande, an active EMSI member. So he is an instrumental in the progress and activities of the EMSI. So he has also helped me in all many ways in framing the scientific program of EMSI. So I welcome you, Dr. Prakash Kande. So I welcome Dr. Kumarabe, GLR Laboratories from UK. So he is such a very busy man. So handling many industries and companies over India, UK and in many other countries, who has spent his time to attend this EMSI. That is very great honor for all of us. I welcome you, Dr. Kumarabe. So I welcome all the delegates who are coming over here from many parts of India. Your student is also attending here from Hungary, Regina Martin, and all other delegates. I welcome you all. Okay. So as well as the volunteers and all the research scholars of this department, the non-teaching staff who are supporting us, I welcome you all to this inaugural function of pre-conference workshop on environmental and molecular mutagenesis, carcinogenesis. Thank you for this.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. S. Manoharan, Head, Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology, to deliver the presidential address.
Respected and beloved Professor Dr. R.S. Kumar, the Director of International Students Welfare and Controller of Examinations, Annamalai University, Professor Ja from University of Plymouth, United Kingdom, Professor Colin from University of California, UK, other distinguished delegates, esteemed participants, conveners of the conference, Dr. Prasad and Dr. Manivasagam, Professor Rath from Bath, Mumbai, research scholars, supporting staff, and my dear beloved students. A very good morning to one and all. I am very happy to see all your presence in this pleasant morning in the inaugural function of pre-conference workshop on environmental and molecular carcinogenesis. As a head of the department and on behalf of the Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology, I wholeheartedly welcome you all to this inaugural function of this pre-conference workshop, followed by 3 days international conference, which is going to be held from tomorrow to another 3 days. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Professor Kumar, who is known for his academic excellence, able administration, honesty, sincerity, and dedication, for having accepting our invitation without any hesitation to deliver the inaugural address in this pre-conference workshop. Thank you, sir, for your fullest support and cooperation. Well, dear participants, the theme of this conference is closely relevant to challenges, current challenges and opportunities in the field of molecular carcinogenesis and mutagenesis. And not only to that, it's also related to our human life. I request all the participants, please be actively participate in this pre-conference workshop, because your active participation, new insights should be the heart of this pre-conference workshop. Without active participation, it should not be end with a good result or innovation. So what is my request is you actively participate, raise questions, clarify your doubts, and interact with the resource persons during the session. Then only we will come, what this conference workshop says, we should, at the end of the day, we should come, or it should spark innovation and collaboration. Okay, simply we are not attending this workshop for certificates getting from the organizer. We need your skill and knowledge should be enhanced because of this conference workshop. So with a brief of a few words, once again I thank you all for your valuable participation and wishing you this pre-workshop for a grand success and wishing you all to have a fruitful stay in our prestigious Annamalai University for the next few days. Thank you for giving me the opportunity for the conveners, Dr. Prasad and Dr. Manivasagam. So I would like to say a few words about Dr. Prasad. Dr. Prasad, he has given me a 3-day task, okay, academic task. Because of that I am unable to elaborate my department activities because I have to do the same in the inaugural function tomorrow in the international conference. And Dr. Manivasagam, he is our spinal cord and backbone of our department activities. So without his contribution, there are no any activities in the department. He is such a hard-working personality. So thank you for all for your valuable participation. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and thoughtful presidential address. This is the time to honor our distinguished dignitaries with a shawl and a memento as a token of our gratitude. I request Dr. S. Manohan to honor Dr. R.S. Kumar, Controller of Examinations, Annamalai University, with a shawl and a memento. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. R.S. Kumar, Controller of Examinations, to present a memento and a shawl to Dr. Avdesh N. Jha.
Dr. Sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. S. Manohan to present a memento and a shawl. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. N. Rajendra Prasad, Convener, EMSI 2025, to present a memento and a shawl to Dr. Devashish Rath. Thank you, sir. Now I request our respected Dr. R.S. Kumar, Controller of Examinations, Annamalai University, to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great privilege for me to come to this place as a Controller of Examination. I'm an odd man out. My academic career is from earth science into a biochemistry. Respected Avdesh Jha, it's a privilege that you are here. Dr. Nina from USA, welcome. And Devashish Rath Sarji and all other dignitaries from various parts of the country and the world. It's an immense pleasure for me to deliver this inaugural address of this workshop. I just wanted to associate myself with you. How can I contribute to your this carcinogenesis and mutagenesis environmental? I will put my views because this is a workshop. I understand you have a hands-on practice you may be having on some practicals. So just think out of the box in your research, because we go for the collaborative researches, we think in a different dimension to address various issues. I deal with rocks and minerals. The environment where we are, they are composed of, they are developed by wind, water and temperature, sunlight. So we call it as the weathering agents on the earth. So the earth is developed, it is getting evolved, not evolution, what we speak in real biology, but we talk in terms of evolvement of the earth. What we see the earth was not before. It was not before. There was not water, there was not air, there was no land. Everything was in a plasma state. Then it condensed. Then you got this crust, earth, where we are. Then the other part of the earth was filled with water. You find it as the ocean, sea. Then the atmosphere. One of my students, not my student, during, there was a 2004, there was a tsunami. So we went for a tsunami awareness program to school. So a boy stood up and said, "Sir, please can you tell me, are we standing on the earth or inside the earth?" That was the question. Are we standing on the earth or inside the earth? It may be a puzzle. So what is your answer? I'm not going to examine you as an examiner, but just for a thought-provoking thought. So I said, we are standing on the earth. Then another girl. See, this is the mind of girls. So she said, "Sir, we are inside the earth, sir. How do you say that we are on the earth?" So she defined, I tell you what she thinks. You may also be thinking. She said, "Sir, we are on the earth, of surface of the earth, but we are covered by the atmosphere. We are covered by the atmosphere. Only some of the planets have this atmosphere. And we have a privilege of having an atmosphere which controls the atmosphere of this earth. Without atmosphere, the temperature and environment what we talk, it doesn't exist, right? So now, it is a closed environment. Earth is a closed environment. There are two types of reactions you may be knowing, right? So here within the environment of Earth, we do everything. Now when you go and do experiment in the space, you create an environment which is feasible for the development of particular experiment, right? So this type of some thoughts, out of the box when you think, we come out with a lot of results and answers. You know, quartz, mineral called quartz. This quartz is made up of silica, SiO2, right? All this computer, everything is composed of this silicon chip. This silica chip, this silica, the quartz grain, crystal, has got a capacity called as piezoelectricity. Means it can vibrate 30,000 times in an electromagnetic field. And that's how we control and we develop this quartz watch. And that has the capacity of bearing a lot of characters. Just a single grain of quartz, right? Have you seen this? If you don't, go to the beach, take a grain, a handful of grains and see, a lot of grains will be there. Lot of grains will be there. If you go to Kodiyambalayam beach, black sand will be there. All the blacks are not quartz. So we may call it as sand, but as a geologist we call it as different type of sand particles where you find quartz grains. And these quartz grains has that capacity. Why I am talking about this? There is a crystal quartz is there. Quartz crystal. If you visit the Department of Earth Science, we have crystal of quartz. The quartz crystals develop from microcentimeter to like this, 6 feet. If this quartz crystal is placed here, what will happen? You may not see. There are two types of vibrations. One is called ordinary and extraordinary vibrations in a crystal. And these vibrations has the tendency of curing capacity of the environment. It makes the environment in a stable state. Yeah. I am not a physician, but I would like to give you what nature has given to us. Today Kumbh Mela is going on, right? Why people they go and take a dip there in Ganges? Because the Ganges which is flowing right now is having full of sediments which is flown from the Himalayas. And all these sediments, most of them are having colloidal particles. All these colloidal particles, most of them are made up of clays. And you know very well, clay is a very good, having a very good physico-chemical characters. And that is what it is natural, it is a natural therapy. When you take a dip into that water, what happens? All your skin diseases, everything will be vanished. It is a natural therapy. We use multani mitti, right, for beautification. A lot of beautiful girls and ladies are there. Fine. Everybody will be using multani mitti. Why? I will tell you one other beautification tips. Use curd. Maybe using curd with multani mitti, na? So you will be very fair. Right? So everything is having natural products and resources are having a lot of medicinal values. I'm just trying to connect myself with you. So naturally, all these things are available. Maybe you can put your mind there and you can take up the resources from the nature and try to address your researches. So when I go somewhere to some places, I try to see how they are acting, how I can relate with that. Say for example, plants, different plants are there. These plants have the capacity, and you may be using these plants as a raw material. And when I was in a naturopathy, one natural therapeutic center in my research area, they were using different plants, what we call tulasi, right? It's called Osimum sanctum. So in this Osimum sanctum, there is a couple of varieties are there which grows only in one particular place, which is having more rich in copper, right? Copper. And that is the indicator. We call it as the indicator plant. So we cannot see deep inside the earth until unless we go and survey that. So we use these indicator plants and surface of the rocks and the minerals to identify what it is inside. So that's how we do. But in nature, if you happen to see, we have springs. And you know, these animals, herds, they go and take the water from naturally. And people living there, the tribals in the hills and all, they live there. You won't find any hospitals or any medical center over there, but they are living for years and years. What is happening? And we living in the cities and towns, we are going after the medical hospitals, doctors, physicians. They live with nature. My ultimate message is, let us go and walk with the nature so that we can keep ourselves safe. Because we are born with the nature, right? And when we are adhering with the nature, so nature can be saved. Every human's prime right is to save his environment, save his nature. So I thank Dr. Prasad, the Department of Biochemistry, for giving me an opportunity to come and share with you my thoughts and inaugurate this program. Thank you.
It's a great privilege to be here talking to especially the young colleagues there. It's 47th annual event of EMSI and Golden Jubilee. So in 10-15 years time you will be celebrating the Diamond Jubilee of this organization. And that time will come soon, sooner than you expect. So it is very important that you are participating in this and you have given me the opportunity to say a few words. I will begin with, I won't take long, with one quote from one of English philosopher and statesman, Sir Francis Bacon. 1561 to 1620. And he said, if a man begins with certainty, he ends up in doubts. And if he is contented to begin with doubts, he will end in certainty. I don't know if you have heard this quote. And remember, he gave a lot of emphasis on experimentation, scientific observations and experimentation, what the Honorable Chief Guest was saying. And remember, that time, the society was very much governed by church and Bible. And at that time, he gave this emphasis on scientific experimentation. And this happened in ancient India as well. Last year in October-November time, there was a book written by William Delamere and The Golden Road. The ancient India played the role in world, and it was covered in all English newspapers how much little the Western world knew about India. So William Delamere, I can give you the reference if you like that. The other important point here I would just like to say is science is becoming more and more interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary. It's not just biochemistry. You have to expand your horizon. And it's happening very rapidly. If you remember, in 40s I saw when I was coming to this floor, you have every McLeod and McCarthy photographs there. So in 1940s you discovered that okay, DNA is the genetic material. In 50 you got the DNA structure. In the 60s you got the genetic code. In 2002 you got the human genome sequenced. And it's happening very rapidly. So when Human Genome Project started, the initial idea was to find the mutations in human genome. And it took 12 years and the budget was $1 billion. Now you can sequence a species in $500 and within few days. So it's rapidly. So you have to think in that way. So multidisciplinary aspect of the science. I will finish by two quotes of Mahatma Gandhi, who is considered to be father of the nation. First is, he has given 7 social sins. I don't know if you have heard about this. 7 social sins. One of them is politics without principle. But the important for us is science without humanity. Whatever we do in science, it should have some angle of humanity. How it will affect the humanity. That is important. And the other point I would like to say from him was, the air, the water, the land, and the earth is not inheritance from our forefathers, but it is on loan from our grandchildren. And his principles are more relevant than it was in his time. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Nina T. Holland, University of California, United States of America, to deliver her guest remarks.
Good morning, and I would love to extend good wishes from several entities that I have been involved for many years in science. I have been a member of International Environmental Mutagen Society of the United States for more than 30 years. I have participated in organizing International Congress of International Mutagen Society a number of times. So today it's a privilege and opportunity that I'm very grateful to participate in this meeting of Environmental Mutagen Society of India. I have been working as a faculty at the University of California, Berkeley, for more than 30 years. And we have a very international group of students, undergraduate and graduate students. We have more than 30,000 students on our Berkeley campus. The University of California has several campuses, actually 12 at this time. So a big part of our mission to educate the next generation of researchers, scientists, practitioners, health practitioners, not only in our country, in the United States, but in many other countries of the world, including India. In fact, in my lab, over the years, I had several students, postdoctoral researchers from India, and we enjoyed working together on the project with some of the scientists, Indian scientists. For example, I have been at the Ramachandra University in Chennai working with Professor Kalpana Balakrishnan. She is, in my mind, really renowned scientist in the field of population study, especially with focus on air pollution. Today, I really resonate with the comments of Dr. Kumar about this beautiful world we live in. Yesterday, I happened to be on the shore of the Indian Ocean, and there are endless waves coming on the beautiful sand. It was a place to contemplate this responsibility, because it was also, unfortunately, quite a bit of pollution from trash, that ocean washing out. Right now, you mentioned a tsunami. Right now in Los Angeles, in California, for several weeks we had these big fires that consume a lot of houses and endanger life of some people. It's all related to increase in not only global warming, but our impact on our planet. And this pollution, increased noise, pollution of air, pollution of oceans, can be very detrimental to the future generations. This is why I also feel very much responsible for giving you young people, young investigators, as much opportunities and guidance in becoming really proponents of protecting environment, protecting health for people, and in general, health and integrity of all ecosystem on our planet. So today, and more on that several days, we will hear a number of presentations and topics that would be enlightening, inspiring for you. And I personally look forward to talking to many of you about your research, about your plans. I already had a chance to meet with wonderful students from Dr. Prasad lab, who were just amazing, trying to accommodate us coming from Chennai and settling us in this beautiful Annamalai University campus. So with gratitude, Asad, and the leadership of the university, I would like to express my really best wishes for all participants, and especially for students, to gain as much as possible from this scientific meeting and opportunities that are presented to you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your inspiring remarks. Now I request Dr. Devashish Rath, Baba Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, and Secretary, Environmental Mutagen Society of India, to felicitate the function.
Good morning to all of you. Professor Kumar, Professor Manoharan, Professor Rajendra Prasad and Professor Manivashanan, and dignitaries from abroad, India, and students and faculty members of this university. So on behalf of Environmental Mutalian Society of India, I welcome you all and I congratulate Professor Prasad for holding this meeting and pre-conference workshop. I just very briefly talk about Environmental Mutagenesis Society of India. This is one of the oldest societies in India working in the field of environment and mutagenesis. And this is of very much of great interest to our department in which I work, which is Department of Atomic Energy. And so today, particularly Professor Avdesh Kumar as well as all the speakers talked about environment. Professor Kumar, environment as well as our interaction, our responsibility, how we maintain it, how we look at it and how we interact with it has become increasingly important. And because of that, I find this in conference as well as this pre-conference workshop very topical. I'm very sure that this pre-conference workshop with the leadership of Professor Holland or Professor Jha and many other international experts will be very, very beneficial for the students. I hope they will take the maximum benefit out of it. And finally, without taking much time, I welcome you all and I thank you all for organizing this conference, particularly the Annamalai University, a very old and very prestigious university. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your greetings. Convener EMSI 2025 to deliver the vote of thanks.
On behalf of the Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology and the organizing team of EMSI 2025, I am glad to give the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I express our heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished guest, Dr. R.S. Kumar, Controller of Examinations, Annamalai University, for accepting our invitation, his gracious presence and sharing his valuable thoughts. In spite of his busy schedule, I thank you, sir. He is like a heart which is functioning. So he is the heart of our university. And more than that, he had always had a remote control which controls or regulates the function of the university. My sincere thanks to Dr. Avdesh Jha, University of Plywood, UK, and Dr. Nina Holland, University of California, for delivering the outstanding remarks. I am very much grateful to Dr. Devdesh Raj, Baba Atomic Mumbai, Secretary of EMSI, for sharing his felicitation address. Thank you, sir. I feel honored and privileged to get opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to Dr. S. Manoharan, Head Professor and Head Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology, for his constant help and support at various stages of the conference. He acts as the enzyme for our efforts. Thank you, sir. It is not something that happens immediately and suddenly as like that of the mutations. Months ago, the wheels began to run. At this juncture, I would also like to thank Dr. N. Rajendra Prasad, Convener EMSI 2025, for his meticulous planning and hard efforts to the event. I am sure that he will have a useful workshop and a wonderful stay in the Annamalai University. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your work.